friend to all of us. Wayne's sister Leslie is here. Keith Harrison came from Utah to be here tonight.
Wow.
And I told Megan, we were messaging each other this evening, and I told her that she didn't feel the love in Seattle that we have in this room tonight. And there's Christy Lewis who just showed up. If you'll bear with me, I wrote a little something. Pages and pages. If you guys tried to write about this like Julie and Jamie Stevens did, you could read what they wrote. Once you get started, it's hard to stop. So this one goes back to 1975. I was a new kid, Carbonita Junior High School in the 8th grade, and Wayne was one of my first friends. One day, he and I were walking between classrooms, and he says, "Watch this." He walks over to Jamie Stevens, smiles, and kisses her. Oh my God, right on the lips. Wow. He dips her backward like they're dancing, and he whips her back up to a standing position. Then he hustles back over to me and continues walking like nothing ever happened. Like if you roll with Wayne Wurzer, this is how it's going to be. He was 13, and he was the definition of cool. We both played freshman football. Remember those summer days of 1976? We had to be there early, and I didn't have any way to get there. So Wayne would ride his Schwinn 10-speed to my house. Then I would hop in the driver's seat, and he would hop on the handlebars. No helmets, we were crazy. We rode to school for summer football practice like that every day. Now, if you know Cerritos, you know there's a hill that goes up 183rd Street. Every day I dreaded going up that hill with Wayne on the handlebars. I could barely make it. I'd be huffing and puffing, and Wayne would be laughing. Remember the Summer Olympics in 1976, Bruce Jenner, Sugar Ray Leonard? Wayne would say, "Keith, you got to win that medal. Come on, you got to win that medal." We have laughed about trying to win the medal for 40 years. Once I went to dinner at the Wurzer house, and as you may remember, there was a spot missing at the table. I asked where his dad was, and Wayne said he was in the garage working on the car. I said, "That beat-up old car? He's never going to get that thing running." What I didn't realize was that old car was a source of pride in their family. Classic 1932 Packard. Wayne ran in the garage and told on me that I had this the family car, yes. Dad came in and we proceeded to talk the rest of the night about the importance of doing work like this in the garage, tinkering on an old car. Months and months later, I'm at my house on Beach Street, and I hear a commotion outside, and all the Wurzers are out front in the car, honking the horn, and they gave me a ride around the As a sophomore, Wayne made the varsity football team as a stud defensive back. I remember watching him play. It must have been the second or third game of the season. There's a pass over the middle, the receiver gets blasted, players hit the ground, the ball goes flying. Suddenly Wayne comes out of nowhere to grab the ball before it hits the ground. It's an interception. He's running free down the sideline. No one was going to catch him. Touchdown, Cerritos. What any of us wouldn't give for just one day back at the time. We would meet at the benches at snack. Sean would be there. George would be there. Kim and Christy and Anna and Sandy. Lisa Chris and Lee Sloan. Sam Doctor, Rod Hallbrook, James Waymire, Keith Harrison. We'd eat those horrible round pizzas from the chaotic lunch line. We'd go out on Friday night with Uva Dubnik, Buddy Williams. We'd go to Captain house. Move the furniture out and dance to Michael Jackson and Rock Lobster. And there was Wayne in his gold mesh Cerritos high football shirt, wavy hair, broad shoulders, always laughing, always ready to have a good time. When we got to Cerritos College, our world changed. We joined the staff at the Talon Marks, the school newspaper, and we got to meet Fred Goff and Rich Hudson. Rich is here. who had beards and wore bad Hawaiian shirts. My shirt tonight is in honor of those days.
Oh, wow.
And they quoted movies like Caddyshack and Animal House. I think if you asked Wayne Wurzer about the people who influenced him most in his young life, he would say those names, Fred Goff and Rich Hudson. I would say the same thing. They made the world of newspapers seem so fun and cool. Wayne and I spent most of our waking hours in that newspaper room, writing stories on old typewriters, playing baseball with wadded up paper and a ruler. We sang and laughed and argued and created all kinds of mayhem in that room. I'm not a religious person, but it's not difficult for me to picture Wayne today, hanging out in that old newspaper room, waiting for all of us to get there. When our stories were done, we'd head over to the Foxy Lady, or wherever Fred or Rich could find us a place to hang out. Foxy Lady, famous bar. We drink here with Paul Simone and Gabe, Jeff Whippery and Flash, Tater, Karen De Silva, Hart Corey Lopez, Julie Gallego. We would laugh how much we would laugh. In the years after that, whenever Wayne and I would talk, our conversations would somehow always drift to those days. We were going to break the big story. We were going to go to newspaper conferences where we would compete in writing contests. We wouldn't be satisfied with paper certificates. We had to win medal. We wanted to write stories that touched people's hearts, and we wanted to get into the games for free. So goodbye, Wayne. Thank you for your silly sense of humor. Thank you for letting me ride your bike up that hill. In your honor, I brought a poem. It's from the movie Caddyshack. It's easy to grin when your ship comes in, and when you've got the stock market beat. But the man worthwhile is the one who can smile when his shorts aren't too tight. So raise a glass to Wayne. Here, here.
Here, here.
Thank you all for coming.
Thank you, Judge Schmales.
Very well done.
Thank you, Keith Sharon.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Keith.
Keith.